Okay, so haven't done a update for a little while on this project. Various reasons, obviously, being busy, as per usual, excuses. But to make a quick update, I've got basically all the dash out. You can see here, it's pretty much all out of there. You can see just there is the heater matrix. Of the hoses that go to various other parts, all the loom is pretty much just hanging out. So see that there's just the top heater vents exposed. I'm gonna send off the 3-litre gear dash to get flocked. Should look pretty sweet in this interior. I've thought about getting the Capri Club International restoration kit, but it looks really difficult to do, so I ain't gonna bother. This is all gonna get rewired and tied up. There's a few aftermarket things in here, so there's obviously the aftermarket power windows and power locks wiring, which needs tidying up. And now it dashes out properly, I can properly run it across the original loom down to the passenger door. The driver door, as you can see, is completely off. That's because it was corroded and it was starting to drop and sag and split and all sorts of other nasty stuff. So I think I'll be off to Capri Gear in Lincoln, I believe it is, Lincolnshire, to pick up a new door. He's a pretty cool guy. I recommend him for all sort of body parts and pretty much anything for a Capri that guy's got. And it's a pretty good drive out as well, so you should check him out. But yeah, so the dash is going to get flocked. I need to figure out how I'm going to put the V8, well, some dials that will, dials and gauges that are compatible for the V8. Here, I want to keep the stock look if I can, so I sort of want to modify the this dash cluster here to fit the new dials. I've also noticed that these side dials are pretty much perfect for a 52mm gauge, so I'm thinking about keeping those. Yeah. There's the old dash thing, which is probably destined for the bin, seeing as basically none of the dials work anymore. Cool. So yeah. What else to say? I've done that. I've stripped all that out. The seats are out. All the back is completely removed. Right, so next stage is, I know it's dark, but oh yes, I forgot to mention, I have removed all of the radiator mounting points completely. This is because obviously the V8 is quite big, and the radiator tunnel is also quite big in the Capri, and you can do without it. So I've cut that out, and I've also cut out the battery tray, which used to sit just here. So that's also gone, which gives me a nice sort of big, real big engine bay to work on. Which leads me to the next stage, so, removing the brakes and the cross member and the anti-roll bar and all the steering components. So you can see here that I've still got the master cylinder and servo connected. what I need to do is, you can still see down here, here's the original disc setup with the 2.8 Bilstein strut legs, which make a massive difference. They're rare as hen's teeth, but get them if you can. If they're going up cheap, pick them up. So, make a huge difference. I've got some lowering springs on the front there as well. They're 2-inch lower springs, I believe. So, and these are refurbished calipers, but I'm getting rid of these for the Capri Sport, style GTR 260 set, they think, whatever it is. The ones that use the Mondeo / Granada, is it 38mm or 60mm pots, something like that. Anyway, that's the plan, obviously, because more power requires more braking. So I'm gonna, and Capri brakes are okay. These refurbished ones are pretty good, but they're not as good as, you know, like a modern car, or basically they need to be better. You need to be able to stop. So the next stage is to remove these hubs. Now, to remove these, it's pretty simple. This is the braided hoses. First thing I'm going to do is, if you can see, but crack off this tie rod end, which is what connects the strut to the McPherson strut leg assembly. Sorry, which connects the steering tie rod here to the McPherson strut. That's the first bolt to remove. Then I've got to remove on this side. Get around here. I've got to remove this guy. From the bottom of the track control arm. I bought these from Rally Design, and they're polybushed, real nice. So, crack off this 17mm nut here, and the one on the tie rod, and then to get the caliper off in one go, you have to crack off this one here, and this one here. Here's a better angle. These two hold the caliper onto this strut leg. So crack those off, pull the entire caliper off, and because I'm doing the engine bay, I'm painting the engine bay, I'm going to have to get all the brake fluid out of the system, so I can remove the master cylinder and the servo. So here's a bleed nipple for the caliper. I'm probably just going to have to disconnect this, run a tube into my catch tank that's currently full of all the oil and other junk from the rest of the project, and just catch it all in there, then remove the whole thing, and then I should have one completely clear engine bay. Oh yes, and then once that's done, I'm going to need to remove all the suspension and the front cross member, so I'm going to have to move these jack stands onto the chassis legs here. Yeah, so that's about it for this video.